What's up, Junkie Nation? We're joined by Sergio Pettis, one half of the dynamic duo out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. They've both been champs. They've been doing this for a long time. Sergio, it's great to have you back on the show. And man, we've all kind of mentioned this possible matchup in the past, but it seemed like one of those that may or may not happen. And here it is. You have to fight a friend and teammate. How you feeling about it? Is it going to be an easy thing to do? Maybe we're making more out of it out of the media than we should.
No, man, you guys are doing it right. Obviously it's gonna be hard to go out there and fight a good friend of mine and a good teammate of mine. Me and Raufeon trained with each other for about 6 to 7 years throughout my career. So he's helped me grow a lot. I've helped him grow a lot, and it's gonna be interesting. See if we both could turn it on that night. Put all this stuff aside and go out there and compete. We were supposed to fight 3 years ago. I tore my ACL, so mentally I kind of been preparing to fight Raufeon. And over the past 3 years, obviously he's lived in a different state and trained with a different team. So we've gotten our separation and our time away to go out there and do what we got to do. He just had his third kid. I'm having my first kid, so we're both in a situation where we got to provide for our families, and this is the way we know how to do it. So once June 27th, those door closes, it's his business.
Well, congratulations
Thank you,
on
thank you.
the birth of your upcoming. Do we know yet, boy or girl?
Yeah, I'm having a boy, man, the first boy in my family. So we've only had
Ooh,
girls. I got to continue the legacy. The shortest brother continues the legacy.
congratulations.
Thank you, thank you.
When do you think there'll be like the ice will be broken? Do you think on fight week when you first just see them, you guys shake hands, face off, or does it just take each other to maybe hit each other once, to realize, okay, this is just another fight, and that whole homie thing has to go away for, you know, what is it, 15 minutes, right?
Yeah,
Or
15 minutes, 15 minutes. You
yeah.
know what? Before I signed the contract, me and Rafian actually talked on the phone, and we both were like, "Hey, man, unfortunately, this is what's next." And he's in a situation where he had to take the fight, and I'm in a situation where I have to take the fight as well. We've been not too active this last year, so I think that'll all be broken for sure. Fight week, once we get into that weight cut mode, and once those doors shut, man, like you said, once the first couple punches land, the first couple kicks land, it'll go into that mode where it's business, strictly business in there.
Teammates in the past have told us, "Oh, we go hard anyway in the gym." And maybe it's just their way of mentally creating a block, just because obviously we know it's different. But how about you guys? Would you be honest and say we do go hard and everything, but yet this is a different thing? Because obviously, after those 15 minutes, unless you guys draw, someone's going to be on this trajectory and someone's going to be on another trajectory. It's almost like you're kind of killing each other's dreams.
Oh, for sure, man. Win or lose, it's going to be a tough fight regardless. Mentally thinking about it and going in there and actually doing it, it's going to be an interesting situation. I think we're both mature enough in our life and in our sport to, be able to be cool after this. We don't got any bad blood going into it. It's just competitive. Like I said, we both got to provide. This is the way we know how to do it. So, yeah, I think it'll be all good. Hopefully it'll be all good. I mean, I'm not too sure how this whole works out. I had a situation recently though where I fought Patricio Pitbull, and I had my coach of 6 years in his corner. So kind of been in this situation before. Never punched one of my good friends and teammates in the face for real outside of training, but it's going to be interesting for sure. I think we'll see how things go. I really don't know how things are going to go.
Speaking of Pitbull, along with him, you've beaten four former world champions. Um, do you feel like, what happens here at this fight with Rafian? Has it been spoken to you as far as like what the standing is? They finally created the bantamweight division, but if you can share with us, are you at the end of a contract, just fulfilling a fight, or does it look like there might be a future for you there? Like, where do you stand now?
Yeah, right now, they promised me two fights in 2025. So, I'm assuming that if me and Rafian go at it, and the winner of that will possibly get a title shot against whoever wins this tournament. I'm not sure if that's what they're pushing for or the dynamic of what they're trying to go for, but other than that, I will be in the tournament next year. So I'm with them for a bit. I'm committed to the PFL, and I got a goal of becoming their champion. I want to be the first two brothers in the MMA world to have the UFC belt, WC belt, Bellator belt, and the PFL belt. So that's the goal right now.
That's true. Yeah, that's major belts right there across
Yes,
all the
sir, man.
boards. So you don't sound to me like a disgruntled PFL fighter. A few of them have been. and they wound up getting their releases. But it sounds like you're pretty set in this year, and you already have goals towards next year. So you're in a happy spot right now with the promotion.
Oh, for sure, man. I'm very happy with them. I was just waiting for things to get rolling, and they got things rolling, and it was fairly quick. The turnaround time from when we were talking to setting this fight up June 27th in Chicago, so it's near my home as well. So that makes things a lot easier for me to travel out there. And yeah, man, I'm committed. Like I said, I want to be a PFL champion, and I'm not happy. I mean, I'm not unhappy with them. I understand their situation. They bought a company, and obviously, when you buy a company, things aren't going to go smoothly as possible in the first couple of months. But they're figuring things out, and I'm happy.
I know when you do a string of interviews, you're probably getting a lot of the same questions. So I'm going to keep it short as far as the whole friends fighting each other. There's one thing that I do kind of want to get your opinion on, because outside looking in, it's always different for us. Um, you said a word in growth, right? And you guys haven't trained with each other for a minute. You guys have gone kind of your separate ways and done your things. How much do you feel you guys have changed in that time period? Because some people will look at it and go, well, they're very familiar with each other, they've trained, but a lot can happen in just a short little amount of time separated. How different and how much growth do you think both of you guys have had since the last time you guys were in the gym together?
Man, I think it's been a lot of growth. We both had different situations. And I was fighting for the belt a couple of times without Raufeon, in my team. Even this last year, I got to go travel to Japan. I got a box outside of MMA as well. I did some boxing fights. I did a fight in Miami, exhibition fight. Then I went over to India and I boxed actually one of their top boxers, a weight class above me. So he was a lot bigger than me. But I feel like we both grown in different ways. For sure. I don't think we're gonna be used to each other's styles as we were back in 2021 or 2020. That's when we are training together. And yeah, it's been 4 years since we actually trained together. So it's been a long time.
Sergio, in our sport, a lot of times momentum can be a big thing, right? And if you would look at your record, you've been in this situation before and actually started one of your best streaks coming off of two losses. Can you maybe talk about this fight and building that momentum going forward in your mindset?
Yeah, for sure, man. Obviously taking losses in any combat sports are rough, especially when it's two in a row. So I feel this last year not being active and just, just living life, going through some dark times, financially going through some dark times, just not being able to do what I love to do. It's ready for another run for me. I'm only 31 years old. I got a long time in this sport. So I plan on, trying to pick up another run, get this belt, hopefully win the tournament next year and see where things are leading off, for my future of my career.
Yeah, I was going to ask you a similar question. You brought up you have a long time in the sport. And when we talk about your brother, it's almost like he's had two careers. He's had his MMA career, but he's been able to do boxing, karate, combat. He's done so many different things. And I'm wondering, with the times that we're in mixed martial arts, if fighters are going to maybe follow that philosophy or that blueprint and kind of do MMA to a certain point and then just explore other avenues. How did you enjoy doing boxing, and is boxing or karate combat or bare knuckle, all these options that we have out there, do those interest you in the future?
Oh, for sure, man. As long as I can compete and make some money competing, I love to do it. I'm here to challenge myself, and this is all I really know how to do. I've been since I was 18 years old fighting professionally. So yeah, this is definitely opportunities that pop up. I'm willing to take them. As far as the bare knuckles opportunity, I don't know if I'll take that one. I prefer to keep things a little gloved up, and I feel like the bare knuckle stuff is a whole different animal. I don't know if I do that, but karate combat. Even some grappling matches outside of MMA, boxing. That's all sounds intriguing to me, and I would definitely. I think the rest of the world's gonna do it too. Like you're saying, the MMA fighters are gonna have some opportunities where MMA ends at a certain point and things are popping up outside of MMA. We're seeing it with a lot of the guys, like Sam Alvey, Anderson Silva. Nogueira, I believe, just had a knockout a couple days
Mhm.
ago. So yeah, man, it's cool to see all these opportunities pop up because this is all we know how to do and this is what we love to do. So it's pretty awesome. Sorry, I keep getting text messages.
How crazy is what Sam Malvy's doing, man? He had
Man,
like some fights in a row that didn't go his way in the UFC. Everyone loved him though because they were always exciting. And then he goes to Karate Combat. He's one of their greatest ever, like winning in multiple weight classes. Now he holds the heavyweight belt. He's having fun while he's doing it.
man.
Pretty cool,
Mhm.
huh?
Oh, it's amazing. Amazing to see. Sam Alvey's actually from Wisconsin as well. So it's cool to see that, and all his success and everything he's been doing. I'm very proud of him. Very, very excited for his future. He's only 38 years old too, so he's got some time left.
Yeah. Um, Patchy Mix and PFL parted ways. Could this fight have been for the undisputed title? I mean, you two both have amazing accolades, both have worn belts, both have excellent records, and beaten quality opposition. Could this have been for that belt instead of having to like crown a tournament champ and then worrying about all that in 2026? I just wonder if the PFL could have taken a shortcut here with two fighters that deserve it.
Yeah, man. I'm not sure what their whole plan is with stuff. It does feel like it's almost like a title shot, or like it could have been for the belt as well. But I think the way that they got things set up, that the champion will be the winner of the tournament, and then it does kind of open up some doors for me and Raufeon, because then we'll possibly have two fights this year, if both of us, or get the belt next year, and then have the belt for the tournament. So yeah, I'm not sure the whole dynamic of things. They haven't explained things to me thoroughly, but all I know is, yeah, me and Raf are next, and no belt on the line, no nothing. But we'll see what opportunities pop up.
Well, you're a thorough professional, and that was a great answer. So I'm going to say it either on your behalf or just my own opinion. I think PFL messed up. Man,
Yeah,
these are
yeah.
two studs in the bantamweight division. There's your title fight, and then let the winner win a tournament, give him his belt, and then now we have the winner of this fight versus that fight in early 2020. You see what I'm saying? We get this
Yeah, yeah,
train
for
rolling,
sure.
man.
Hey,
These
I
guys
agree
were
with you,
missing out
man.
on 135 for so long.
Yeah, for sure, 100%. I mean, that would have been awesome. That would have been ideal for both of us. But yeah, I don't even know what they got going on. We're just kind of rolling things along, and as long as I stay active, that's all I care about. 31 years old. I don't want to waste any more time. I didn't think I was gonna fight one time as a 31-year-old, and I'm just happy that I do get to compete one time as a 31-year-old in the MMA world. I haven't fought in a cage since 2023, so it's been a long time. A lot of ring fights, and I'm not the best in the ring, to be honest. It's a different feel.
Hmm. Speaking of age 31, let me have fun. Let me be a jerk for just a moment. You have a great nickname, the Phenom, because we heard about you at 14 and 16. Duke Rufus would tell us, Sergio Pettis' little brother, this guy only knows MMA. Whereas back then, people would come from wrestling, karate. You grew up in MMA, and of course, obviously, you delivered. So this is the definition of Phenom, a person who is outstandingly talented or admired, especially an up-and-comer. Vitor Belfort was also a phenom because he came in the UFC at age 18, was knocking out Tank Abbott, Scott Ferozzo, all these other people. Have you ever thought of going, you know what? Let's retire the phenom and kind of the Milwaukee Brawler or just something different,
Yeah.
like to kind of like maybe call this a second chapter of your career?
You know what? I actually switched my nickname up. It's actually funny you say that. I had a gamer tag back then when I played a lot of like Halo and Call of Duty. My name was Papa Pettis, and now that I'm having a son, my name is Sergio Papa Pettis. That's what I wanted to be. So funny that you said that.
Ah,
Yeah, yeah,
okay. Is
Papa
this like
Pettis.
public or
Yeah, yeah, I
do we
put it
need to
out
let
there. I mean,
Tapology know?
I've been putting it out there, so hopefully they pick on. A lot of actually the Phenom was gone a while ago. I had to change it to SP after a while, cause just Sergio Pettis. But
I
yeah,
like
now
Papa Pettis.
yeah, yeah, Papa Pettis. It's funny because the guy was boxing. His last name was Papa. So in the card it said Mateo's Papa versus Sergio Pettis, and I was like, dang, it kind of was like telling me like it's time to go to Papa Pettis. Pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We used to give some crap to remember Melvin Gillard? He
yeah,
was the
yeah,
young assassin. We kind of looked at him one day like, bro, you're 35. I mean, I don't think you're the old assassin, but let's maybe start shedding the young part.
yeah, man, for sure. I'm
Mm.
trying to change with the times. I'm no longer a phenom. I've been around for a while now, and yeah, about to be a pop. So I'm like, you know what? Time to bring out Papa Pettis.
Are you in Milwaukee or did you move to Vegas?
I'm still in Milwaukee. Yep, still in Milwaukee.
Okay, your brother's in Vegas though, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He was out in Vegas enjoying that warm weather. We got this bipolar weather out here in Wisconsin.
You guys always seem so tight though, and because not only are you tight, you're both MMA or combat sports athletes. Have you thought of coming this way?
I thought about it. Right now, my lady, she has a business out here in Milwaukee that's doing really well. So it'd kind of be hard to step away from that and, chase my dreams over her dreams. So right now, it's just, still in Milwaukee. We got some adjustments to make. We're both kind of getting over this weather and we've been here so long. that I do think we will be out west, preferably in Vegas. You know, we do love that weather and love that culture out there, and we got some family already out there, so it'd make the most sense.
It's cold. There's no taxes in Nevada, and
Yep.
Giannis is leaving the Bucks. Let's be honest, man. There's not going to be
Oh,
too
for
much left up
sure.
there.
Nah, man, he's gone for sure. This last couple seasons been rough. It's been rough.
You have a good sense of humor, man. As always, it's great to chat with you. We look
Thank you.
forward to your upcoming fight against Raufeon Stots. Folks, you got to check it out. Sergio Pettis will be fighting the same day as the light heavyweights as they progress through their semifinals as well. The heavyweights are going to get down. It's a stacked card out in Chicago, Illinois, 2 hours away from Milwaukee, where Serge is from. This is on June 27th. ESPN's got you covered for this event. And Sergio, as always, it's great to catch up with you, man.
My man, thank you guys for the talk, and hope to talk again very soon.